The first of today's catch-up games was all but over within the first 10 minutes as Aaron Dennis the Menace got himself a goal on the first minute. He then went and doubled up over on the 8th minute to get that second and final goal. He did have many attempts in the remainder of the game, but he was eventually substituted. And, well, Nusum, he come on and only got 6.5, so little bit disappointing from Nusum. Aaron Dennis the Menace, though, little bit of a shame that he could get 2 goals in 8 minutes, but then struggled for about 60 minutes after that. But it was a rather comfortable game in the end against the Devonshire Colts. 21 shots to their 2, 8 on target to their 1, a 1.67 xG to a 0.68, 11 corners to 3, 10 fouls to 14, 0 yellow cards, 0 yellow cards, 85% passing to 71, 64% possession to 36. But how did we get on in that final league game of the season? Much like the previous game, this game started off rather well. Aaron Dennis getting a nice early goal on the 6th minute. We then went and doubled up. This time it came through Ming. Yes, Aaron Dennis become provider for Damien Ming in the centre. Aaron Dennis then broke through on the left hand side, cutting inside and then getting himself the second and our third goal of the game on the 32nd minute. But the Colts had not given up. No, they went and got one back through Mundy. Beautiful cross, by the way, through Stuart Fleming. Ricardson then went short to Mundy, who scored an absolute screamer to get them a second goal. Now, as you can see, on the 28th minute, Mr. Bean, probably the worst penalty I've ever seen, pretty much passed it at their goalkeeper. It was an awful attempt at a penalty, and well, it didn't result in a goal. In fact, the goalkeeper managed to just push it straight back out and it was cleared away. Now, as you can see, we had a rather comfortable performance. 30 shots to their 8, 15 on target to their 3. This one became much closer than it probably should have been. A 3.75 xG to a 1.11, 4 corners to 1, 11 fouls to 20, 2 yellow cards to 4, 82% passing, 71, 58% possession to 42. But the real question is, what has happened to the Bermuda FA Cup? Well, let's jump back into Football Manager and let's find out. Okay everyone, it's kind of a good news, bad news situation. Sadly, a bit more bad news on the Bermuda FA Cup front. First of all, let's just quickly head on into the Bermuda FA Cup quarter-final. As you can see, Robin Hood B team managed to win 1-0 against the Zebras. Now, the person who managed to get that win was Richardson. Yes, D. Richardson picked up a goal on the 5th minute for the Robin Hood B team. As you can see, Reeves was up front for them. Although, I believe I let Nussum available. Possibly. No, I guess I didn't allow Nussum to be available. I guess Reeves got dropped back to the B team. So, yes, they managed to pick up a victory. As you can see, the Bluebirds managed to upset the Devonshire Colts, and the Rams lost 3-0 to the Trojans. So that meant the semi-finals would have been us, all the X-Roads, versus the Robin Hood B team, whereas the Bluebirds lost to the Trojans. The disappointing thing though, as you can see, end of season review. I quickly went through that between episodes to have a little look if this would fix itself. Unfortunately, the Bermuda FA Cup is just completely broken. I can't play this, and unfortunately, yes, we're just going to have to finish things up here. The good news is though, FM22 beta should be just around the corner. So what we're going to do in terms of the days this usually is played on, we're going to play a bit more Gas Station Simulator. When the beta comes out, we'll start playing that on the Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, or are we? Because we have a brand new game coming out tomorrow. So look out for the new episodes coming out on the Wednesday. And yes, that is what we're going to be doing going forward in terms of the schedule. But as for this episode, let's get our end of season review, because there's quite a bit to cover in our end of season review. Let's have a little look at how our team got on this year. So, the new arrivals, there's plenty of them, but the best one, of course, is Aaron Dennis, the Menace. He came in, had 19 appearances, got 27 goals and 5 assists. Following him was Damien Ming, the 42-year-old veteran. He was solid. He got in our starting lineup, 20 appearances, 7 goals and 8 assists. He got himself a 7.45, not quite the 8.05 of Aaron Dennis, but again, another good player. Then we have Woolry. Now, he just sat in the reserves, I believe. Thompson, again, similar sort of situation. A lot of these just chilled out in the reserves. Lever Rockstar, though, had a solid performance. 1 goal in 19 appearances and 3 assists from centre-back. I believe he also managed to score for Bermuda at one point. So, yeah, we had some decent players coming in. Now, in terms of the season, well, how it unfolded, the board expected us to finish in the top half. We went miles beyond that. We managed to win the league. Average home attendance was 560, which is 70% of our capacity. I believe our capacity is 800, without me having to do any maths. Competitive top goal scorer was, of course, Aaron Dennis, the Menace, with 25 goals. I believe he was only 3 behind the league's top goal scorer. So, yep, that was a nice effort from him. That got us an A+ with the board. And as you can see, an 11-point gap in the end ahead of the Trojans. We only lost 2 games all season and drew 1. Beautiful effort. 40 goal difference as well. It may as well have been a 12-point gap. In terms of the actual fixtures, as you can see, nice wall of green here to start. We did then lose to the Zebras, and then we won a couple, lost another one to the Village Rounds. That's where it got a bit tricky. We tripped up against the Somerset Cricket Club, where we then went and drew, but we then finished off strongly as we beat the X-Roads or Crossroads, Southampton Rangers, Somerset Eagles, Devonshire Colts, and the Cricket Club of the St George Colts. So, that was a nice little end to the season. Now, moments to remember. We've got our 6-1 victory. That was our biggest win against the Devonshire Colts. Jalon Baffier, by the way, the man who went to Northampton, I believe it was. He managed to get himself a couple of goals, which was nice to see. Sad he had to depart, but he's gone on to better things. Hopefully he's having a good time over in England. And, well, our match to remember is the 3-0 win against Dundee Town Hornets. Yes, Aaron Dennis the Menace getting himself a hat-trick. And the goal of the season goes to the GOAT Gautier for his 28th minute effort against the Somerset Eagles. Were a truly memorable goal from Robin Hood's attacking midfielder Gautier as he hit a shot from 23 metres. And to be honest, that was quite the strike. So I don't blame them for giving him that. Now, in terms of sponsorship deals, well, most notable deal was one deal worth 18,500. New deal per year is exactly the same. National rep. We have increased a little bit, of course, from winning the league. All of these are up because it was previously not available. So it could only go up. Now, in terms of merch sales, non-domestic sales amounted to £241, 2,401,000 in total. So, quite a lot of domestic sales, not so many abroad. In terms of how we lined up, well, let's have a little look at this team. This is pretty much the team, except I would swap these two around. I would swap our centre-backs around. But that is the best team, I would say, available in our squad. By the way, 27 goals for Dennis, the most assists currently with me. So, let's have a little look at our awards. In terms of awards for myself, well, I got the Bermudan Coach of the Year, which, considering we were supposed to be a mid-table team, we're not even professional, we are an amateur side, and yes, we won the league. I think it's pretty reasonable that I get that one. In terms of you, the fans, you gave your player of the season to Aaron Dennis, the Menace. Again, a great shout. Young player of the season goes to Thur but he's only 22 years of age, by the way. Signing of the season, Aaron Dennis, again, a great choice there. Goal of the season to Goatee Thur. Top goal scorer goes to Aaron Dennis with 27 goals, most assists to Damien Ming with 8. Players of the match, Aaron Dennis gets that one as well with 12. Highest average rating, Aaron Dennis also gets that with 8. And the most passes complete goes to Mr. Bean, the 34-year-old veteran central midfield, with 65 per 90 minutes. In terms of competition awards, well, the Bermudan Goalkeeper of the Year, yes, Freddie Hall at 36 years of age has managed to get that one. And the Bermuda Most Valuable Player goes to our striker, Aaron Dennis, the Menace. Now, we have broken a lot of records in this season as well. The most overall goals scored by a player in a season goes to Aaron Dennis with them 27. 25 goals nets Aaron Dennis the most league goals scored by a player in a season. Most goals by a player in a match, again, Aaron Dennis with his hat-trick. Most goals by a player in a league match, again, Aaron Dennis with his hat-trick. Most assists by a player in a season, 8 goes to Damien Ming. Most clean sheets by a player in a season goes to Freddie with his 12. We then have most player of the match awards. That, of course, goes to Aaron Dennis, the Menace yet again. He gets 12. He has gone and swept a bunch of awards in this year. Worst discipline goes to Casey Castle. Castle, my friend, what have you been doing this season? 4 yellow cards. Disgusting, my friend. You've had some interesting games. Interesting indeed. I've criticised you. You haven't been bad. I'll give you that. You've been pretty decent all season, but you have had your moments. And those moments have also included 4 yellow cards and the worst discipline in the entirety of the club. In terms of the youngest player, well, that goes to St. Jago, 18 years of age, 176 days. The oldest player on the other end of the spectrum, Damien Ming, 42 years of age and 161 days. Now, our fastest goal, that goes to Aaron Dennis. He got one in 49 seconds. Youngest goal scorer, very Thur there, when he was 21 years of age and 225 days old. And the oldest goal scorer, Damien Ming, at 42 years of age and 161 days. So, that is our roundup of our season and, sadly, our time here in Bermuda. Hopefully I can come back in a future FM, but for now I think we're going to have to call it, sadly, because of the whole FA Cup situation. I don't see it fixing itself if we do another season. So I thank you all for joining us on this Bermuda adventure. I hope you join us in FM 22 as we go on a few more other adventures, and I hope you join us in Gas Station Simulator as well. But for now, I hope you all have a lovely night and goodbye.